The CEO of BMW has some unvarnished opinions regarding EVs. What if we told you that, in BMW's opinion, EVs are a bubble about to pop? Even though everyone seems to be hopping on the all-electric bandwagon, the German carmaker believes that EVs aren't yet ready for prime time. Harald Krüger, the former CEO of BMW, is renowned for saying that the transition to electric in 2019 is too dramatic. The cost of raw materials for batteries is higher for battery electric cars. This will go on and may possibly become worse as more raw resources become necessary. He made it apparent that BMW was not yet prepared to give up on its history, even as it embraced the future. BMW has shown their devotion to this cause with their recent decision to create the Neue Classic, a next-generation combustion engine that is anticipated to remain in production until 2040. So why is BMW in some ways opposed to EVs? Do you know anything about them that we don't? If the German behemoth isn't entirely convinced on the concept, then why is it still releasing so many electric vehicles? In this video, we'll reveal BMW's real position on electrification, fill you in on their impending combustion vehicles, and debate whether or not the company will, like many others, give up on internal combustion engines. This graph from Clean Technica illustrates the rapid growth of EVs. In addition, President Biden said earlier this year that by 2030 he wanted at least 50% of all car sales to be electric. The White House has accelerated the switch to electric vehicles. On the other hand, the public aren't quite convinced, at least most of them, however. According to a Pew Research Center study, 51 of us citizens are against phase-out of combustion engines, and 47 support it. According to Statistic.com, the US EV industry is predicted to generate $61.08 billion in sales by 2023 and soar to $122.08 billion by 2027. Nearly all millennials like being tempted by the incredible acceleration that cars like Teslas and Lucids provide. With a market share of more than 50%, Tesla is presently ahead of BMW, which was a pitiful 3.6%. Ever pondered why? Is it intentional for certain automakers to have adopted the EV trend so late? BMW has had a slogan since 1973, and they consistently live up to it. Sheer joy to drive. BMW feels that being behind the wheel of a vehicle is an experience as much as getting where you're going. The sensation of shifting gears, the engine's responsiveness, and the raw excitement of speeding up. Despite all of their advantages, electric cars aren't able to completely recreate these feelings. It's similar to using an elevator to drive an EV. It's silent as hell, slick, and effective. It moves when a pedal is pressed, adrenaline, roar, or rumbling are absent. The excitement of driving comes from connection and control as much as from speed. The harmony between technology and humans. It's the sound of the engine growling to a roar as you step on the accelerator. You can feel the gears change beneath your hands and the automobile react to every move you make. EVs are unable to provide that basic mechanical connection because of their single-speed gearbox and quiet motors. For example, a 1965 Shelby Mustang GT350 with 306 horsepower was the epitome of unbridled American boldness. Or maybe a Chevy Camaro Zlone, a 430 horsepower beast wrapped in a sleek, seductive exterior would be more your style. It's as raw and rebellious as a Hendrix song. Let's fast forward a few decades to the 1980s, a period characterized by bright hues, shoulder pads, enormous hair, and once again powerful V8 cars. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Portias are now something that the generation who grew up on the melodious tuner of V8 can only oogle. The Lamborghini Countach is a magnificent vehicle with an Italian V12 engine that sounds like an opera singer reaching her finest note. Now, however, let's depressurize and change gears to the present. We live in a technologically advanced period when electric cars are quite popular. These automobiles feature an oddly shaped wheel, rapid acceleration, and a speedy. Oh, and there's the dashboard as well. It seems as if someone just threw an iPad Pro inside and called it a day. With a touchscreen, however, why needs dials, buttons, or any other antiquated features? It's not like we don't already have enough technology around us all the time. BMW, however, intends to take a different approach. Oliver Zipse, the CEO, has had enough. BMW can make a statement without all the bells and whistles. They may be sensed without going into an insane phase. They accomplish it with the heart-pounding snarl of a V8 and the calming hum of a straight-six engine. They take us back to a period when automobiles had more than simply a battery pack and four wheels. Driving used to be a trip and an experience rather than merely a way to get from point A to point B. Dare I say it, it was enjoyable. I cite him when I say that someone else will sell combustion engines if you don't. Oliver Zipse, the BMW Express's grand conductor, is now renowned for his candid opinions on electrification. He's one of those exceptional jewels in the car business that values freedom of choice. What is it? Your correct choice. According to Zipse, consumers, not regulators, should decide how automobiles are made in the future. What a creative idea, isn't it? In February, Zipse implemented his ideas by suggesting to a group of German lawmakers that the transition to electric vehicles should be more of a leisurely walk than a frantic sprint. He cautioned that prematurely abandoning combustion engines may reduce market share of German manufacturers worldwide, not just BMW. Furthermore, this wouldn't benefit anybody else or the environment. According to Zipse, Oliver Zipse used the New York International Auto Show as another platform to air his opinions. Zipse sent a severe warning in this flashy display of automotive innovation. Avoid being too reliant on EVs. Dependence on EVs might place automakers in a highly risky situation, since China controls the majority of the supply of EV batteries. To put it another way, particularly if China controls the basket, don't put all your eggs in the EV basket. Zipse offered a thought-provoking puzzle. What happens if someone desires a vehicle but is unable to purchase an EV? It's possible that they lack access to a charging station or are unable to purchase one. Should they be forced to continue driving their outdated car forever? Recall the iconic moment. Variety makes life more enjoyable. Zipse appears to live by that motto. For financial and environmental reasons, he thinks manufacturers should provide a diverse range of vehicles, including more fuel-efficient combustion engine vehicles. The real deal is here. Zipse may have misgivings about EVs, but BMW isn't going to give up on them anytime soon. A lot of money is being invested on EV technology. In 2025, the business plans to introduce its line of battery-powered Neue Klasse vehicles. Additionally, they are investigating hydrogen fuel cell automobiles. They have been discreetly developing this technology for more than 20 years. It's an intriguing tango between the past and the future, an old-fashioned allegiance against modern technology. However, that's what makes Zipse's approach so fascinating. While he's not fully committed to EVs, he's also not ignoring them. Rather, he is leaving all options available and allowing customers make the final decision. In 2025, BMW plans to introduce its new lineup of battery-powered Neue Klasse vehicles. The Vision D concept automobile, which is part of the Neue Klasse platform, has artificial intelligence that enables it to communicate with the driver in a variety of ways. For instance, the e-ink function, which offers up to 32 distinct paint patterns, allows the driver to customize the car's paint scheme to their taste. BMW wants electric vehicles to account for at least half of its worldwide sales by 2023. Additionally, BMW is making significant investments in solid-state battery technology by working with Solid Power. The carmaker has made a $20 million commitment to install assembly lines at its own manufacturing facilities and license this technology. The carmaker currently has a number of all-electric vehicles available. The BMW E4, an all-electric four-door coupe with an estimated 300 miles of EPA range, a sleek appearance and excellent driving characteristics. It has several cutting-edge technology installed, one of which is semi-autonomous driving. BMW's X. BMW's electrified flagship Serve the X blends state-of-the-art technology and design. It has a ton of capabilities, including self-parking, autonomous driving, collision avoidance, and the iDrive infotainment system. The BMW i7 is another option. The BMW i7 is anticipated to be the electric variant of the company's flagship 7 Series luxury car, extending the brand's electric vehicle portfolio even if it isn't stated clearly. These electric vehicles are all covered by an 8-year, 100,000-mile guarantee. Numerous reports also suggest that BMW plans to introduce the 5 this year, complete with an upgraded infotainment system, lighted grille akin to the i7, and a completely redesigned interior. This vehicle will be offered worldwide in single motor and dual motor forms, with the base model generating around 335 horsepower and the top-tier X-Drive version providing roughly 590 horsepower. Globally, this new car will face competition from vehicles like the Mercedes-Benz EQs and Tesla Model S. However, in spite of their efforts to electrify its portfolio, the firm has continued to come under fire since they are unwilling to phase out combustion engines, as other manufacturers have previously done. Oliver Zipse, CEO of BMW Group, criticized political meddling in an unexpectedly open interview and said that politics will not affect the German automaker's EV plan. The average lifespan of our autos is 7 years, often even longer, he said, highlighting his dedication to the long-term above immediate electoral gains. That's around 2 or 3 administrations. In a direct confrontation with the outgoing Trump administration, BMW maintained its position and opposed calls to develop a new combustion engine plan domestically. Zipse said, "We have our own minds, and sometimes you have to stick to your plan." Zipse further fueled the flames by vehemently opposing both the advantages of the EV tax credit for American-made automobiles and the Inflation Reduction Act, or IRA. He denounced the unfair treatment of foreign cars, saying that as long as you are serving an American customer, we would ask for a level playing field. An expectation that is sharply at odds with Europe's equal treatment of all EVs, regardless of country of origin. Recent strict restrictions and penalties from the US, along with a partial prohibition on AV credits for non-American vehicles, make it more difficult for international companies like BMW to compete with Tesla. Zipse emphasized BMW's extensive presence in the United States by mentioning the massive Spartanburg, South Carolina plant, which produced more than 416,000 cars in the previous year. "We have been the world's top exporter of goods from the United States to other countries for the last 8 years. We are 100 American producers," Zipse said, more so than any other American firm. BMW has invested $1.07 billion in the manufacturing of electric vehicles, but their future is clouded by their exclusion from the IRA. "It would be disappointing if we made such a significant investment in the country and we were not included in the IRA," said an indignant Zipse. The German carmaker is taking a bold stance, reaffirming its commitment to pushing forward with its plan for electric vehicles and audaciously continuing to support internal combustion engines. BMW's courageous move protects the future of internal combustion engines in a world where many are advocating for their abolition, demonstrating the company's commitment to consumer choice and technical variety. What you think about BMW's approach would be much appreciated. Do you believe that their resolve to continue using IC engines is a brave decision or a step backward? Comment below with your thoughts and to join the conversation. In addition, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the like button for more updates in the future. Thank you for viewing,